Oh, it's Saints Dolphins this week, Kevin. I'm awash in nostalgia because it's the first time the Saints have gone to Miami since the Super Bowl season, and that suddenly made me very, very sad. Thomas, hit that intro.
True.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour Podcast. We never trade up.
There was a path to give up 3 first-round picks to get Jaden Daniels. I would do it. And I would pick Jaden Daniels.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour Podcast. As always, we are brought to you by Hard Hide, Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey, and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. All right, it's time to preview Saints Dolphins. If you find us on the YouTubes, like us, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us a ton. Or if you're listening to this podcast driving to or from wherever you hung out for Thanksgiving, drive safe, and we appreciate you listening to us on your journey, wherever you're going. All right, Dave, Saints are a 6-point underdog to the Miami Dolphins, and I did not realize this. It's the first time the Saints have played in Miami since the Super Bowl season of 2009 when they beat the Dolphins in the regular season and then went and beat the Colts.
I didn't know that
Super
either.
Bowl.
I had no idea.
It's really weird. I feel like they've played the Dolphins a bunch since then. I don't quite understand how they've managed to play the Dolphins 2 or 3 times, and they've all been in the Dolphins.
Well, we have to play them. We have to play. We would play them every 4 years, but we would play them in Miami every 8 years. And it's been
so they played
how many years has it? It's been way more years than that. Since
they played. That's what I'm saying. They played the Dolphins in 2013 in the Dome. Did we
play them in Europe? Did we play them in Europe? Did we go to London or something?
Oh, that's right. That's right. We played them in 2017 in London, and we beat them, and it was a home game for them. Dave, wow, wow, we shut them out. We shut out. They shut out Smoking Jay Cutler.
20-0.
Yeah, that explains it. So that would have been their home game, and that's why we haven't played them in a while. That there you go. But Dave,
that's wow.
It definitely is because the Saints are so bad now, and it's been so long. It's been a while since they've been decent. All the memories of Miami, like instead of like making me warm and fuzzy and like, oh, it's the onside kick, and oh, it's the good because that game that the Dolphins played at home against the Saints 2009. I went to that game. The Saints were down 21-0 in that game and came back and won, and that game was crazy. But instead of like giving me the warm and fuzzies, it like really made me sad. I felt like old guy, like reliving his high school memories, like and it made me sad to like that all the Miami memories. How do you feel about it now?
I'm honestly still in shock and awe that this is the first. Like you are literally telling me that because I was at the Super Bowl in Miami. I didn't go to the game when they played Miami. But obviously we all remember that. How many points did they come back? 25 was it? Something like that. And of course we have the memories of the Drew Brees over the top. That was an incredible game. So I cannot believe that. I can't believe that was the last time that this team has played against that team in that stadium. I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of like when you touch something that's really old, like in a museum, and you're like, oh my God, I'm touching the same thing that existed a million years ago that somebody else could have possibly touched. And it kind of feels like that. Like, yeah, what, Kevin, go ahead.
So the Saints were down 24-3. That was how wide the gap was. So they go from 24-3 to winning 46-34.
Incredible game. Reggie Bush touchdown, I believe, right? Didn't he have a great touchdown?
Yes. Yeah.
Tracy Porter had a pick six in that game and a pick six in the Super Bowl.
Really?
Like, it was just
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Tracy Porter he's a Miami merchant. He's a Hard Rock Stadium merchant.
Yeah, he is. He is. So as far as this game goes,
I can't really.
As far as the actual,
we played, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. As far as the actual game goes, Kevin.
Yeah, so that means
I mentioned on the big.
So Tyler Shuck, maybe some of that Drew Brees, maybe all that Drew Brees,
Magical.
Reggie Bush energy. Yeah, maybe it's still there, just lingering. We're close to Christmas. I've been watching a lot of Lifetime Christmas movies. Maybe just a little wisp of magic and fairy dust drums up and swirls around and hits Tyler Shuck while they're there in Hard Rock Stadium, and the ghosts of Super Bowls past come and visit and give Drew and give Tyler and Devin Neal and Kellen Moore, they give them the powers to overcome and win this big game. I
Kevin,
can see it now.
We said it last week, like the Atlanta run defense was god awful, and the Saints needed to run the ball against them, and they couldn't. And they couldn't even run the ball in goal-to-go situations when even one touchdown would have made a huge difference. So I don't have any faith that the Saints can run. If you can't run the ball against Atlanta, can you run the ball against anybody? But I look at the Dolphins defense, and it's 29th in yards. It's 28th in yards per attempt. And I know it's been bad. It's been better the last 4 or 5 weeks for them, but it's atrocious. The Saints have given me no reason to believe that they can run the ball against the Dolphins. But the Dolphins have the kind of defense that if the Saints were going to conjure up some weird out of nowhere good rushing performance, it would be against a team like the Dolphins, would it not?
Repeat that last part. You cut out for me.
If the Saints were going to have a good rushing performance, even though they don't look like they're capable of it, it would be against a team that was 29th in yards allowed and 28th in yards per attempt allowed.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. I gotta sit here and hope that Devin Neal somehow emerges with 50, 60 yards, that somehow this team, if Kamara isn't, let's say Kamara isn't going to play, that somehow it's going to be Devin Neal and, I mean, what are they going to do? Are they going to roll out Audric Estime? I'm serious.
Audrey Estime, Dave, that sounds like a 1950s cabaret singer.
Yeah, who the hell is that? That's not a real person.
Somebody your dad lusted over. And smoked a cigarette and was like, let me tell you something. That was a lady. But
that sounded nothing like my dad.
But what are you like, Dave? I know we went into the Atlanta game. I did, full of hope and thinking they would build on what they did in Carolina. Maybe that's on me for trusting the Saints. It's like the old Animal House line. You fucked up. You trusted us. Maybe that's on me. But what are legitimate expectations for the Saints, week to week? Should we go into it expect nothing, and if you get a dollop of joy, be grateful, or should we have standards and expectations going into these games?
Well, look, I mean, really, if you're asking me seriously, yes, your former answer. Just if you have the ability, if you have the mental or the emotional fortitude to be able to temper your expectations, then yeah, you should just go into every game and saying I don't have no idea what's going to happen. We're probably going to lose this. If we win, great. The man who expects nothing will never be disappointed. So, yes, I think that is the way you can. But honestly, I've seen Shuck and I've seen this team play pretty darn good against the Panthers, and the Panthers, again, still don't look like a terrible team. You just said earlier, I don't remember if that was on this show or the main show 20 minutes ago, but I mean, you've got the Panthers winning this division. So You could get anything. You could get absolutely anything from this team. They could be a Lamborghini or they could be a Pinto. Like, I had no idea.
Kevin, do you have expectations of this team week to week?
I just, like I made my prediction, I just think it's going to be ugly. Like, I'm hoping that they can I'm hoping that the run defense shows up. You know, the Saints are ranked 21st in rush defense. I'm hoping that they step up and they just sort of force Tua to try and beat him in the air. It's like, look, if Tua can beat him in the air, fine, but don't let the running game, just don't let him run crazy over you. Like, I don't know.
I think I've said this before. If right now it really feels like the Saints are my golf game, or really anybody's golf game. I'm not unique to golf. I think anybody that's ever played golf feels this way, and that's like on any given week, it feels like you never know whether the offense is going to show up, the defense is going to show up, special teams is going to show up and or not show up. And that's like what it's like playing golf. Like, you never know whether you're going to be able, whether you're going to drive the ball well, and chip the ball well, or your approaches are going to be great, or your putting is going to be good. And they never, the one thing you can be sure of is that they're never all ever come together on the same day.
That's right.
And like, that's the thing that's with the Saints. It's like, that's the one thing we can be sure of is like, we're having a tough time getting good days and complete performances from all phases of the team. So that's really
Kevin. That's a great, Dave. Another great analogy by you. Another great analogy by you. I hate you tonight. You're just killing it, Kevin. To take Dave's analogy one step further, if it's not all going to come together at one time ever for the 2025 Saints, like they're never going to have this complete performance where they win like 35-10. So you got to pick, like, I want a little of this. I want this to be good, and that can be bad. It's fine. For the Dolphins specifically, if I said to you, you can have good offense, you can have good defense, or you can have good special teams, you can only have one. Which one do you want for this week?
Give me the good offense.
Ooh.
Give me the good offense, because here's the thing. They're ranked 29. First of all, they're ranked 29th in rushing. And they're ranked 26th overall in offense. Their scoring offense is tied for 31st. Listen, if the Dolphins somehow beat the Saints in a back and forth slugfest, and it went like in a what do you call it, a sniper's duel or something, like, let's say it was 34-30, I would be fine with that, because at least the offense was showing life.
And you'd feel good about Shuck, right? Yeah, that's good. That's true.
Yeah. And you got to believe that Devin Neal, like, give me a situation where Shuck throws 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, and Devin Neal gets over like 80 yards on the ground.
Yeah. I guess you're right. If
the thing is that, like, win or lose, that game's going to be fun. You're going to score, right? Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, I mean, and also, like, like, obviously, if we can guarantee we get a good game out of the offense, we have a much better chance of getting a good game out of our defense than we do out of our offense. Like, the odds are much better that our defense will keep up. We've seen that before. Like, they do have that ability, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like, and Dave, this, we talked about it on the live stream, but we were talking about vibes, and I feel like this is going to sound weird, but I feel like if the Saints lost 38-35 and Shuck looked really good and they ran the ball, but they lost, I think we would feel better about that than if they won 14-10.
Yeah, probably, because, I mean, why do you say that? Because one, you get to see a good performance from your players.
Well, you'd get to see,
but you also don't lose your draft status.
Yeah, but if you lose 38-35 and Shuck throws for 320 and 4 touchdowns and Neal runs for 90 yards and a touchdown and your defense just can't stop anything, after the game you're like, Shuck was awesome. That's all that matters here, guys. So what that we lost?
So you're not even asking or accounting for the fact that like losing would be better because you'd still keep your higher draft pick also, and then you also get to see like your quarterback play well, and there's some light at the end of the tunnel there. Again, for this season, like we only have 2 wins, we ain't going anywhere. We're not winning the division. I would rather us lose, but I guess what they call that a Pyrrhic victory or whatever. I'd rather us lose but look good doing it, and well, no, that's not a Pyrrhic victory. This is a terrible analogy. But yeah, no, I'd take that over winning 14-10. Winning 14-10, that would be a Pyrrhic victory, I guess.
Yeah, I just
you won, but at what cost? Now you're picking 10th instead of second.
Yeah, no, Dave, I just think the only games that we are going to be mad if the Saints lose are the Atlanta games. And the rest of the time, it's all about, is Shuck good enough to be the quarterback for next year? And we want that when they play Atlanta. We'd like both, but like winning supersedes all things when they play Atlanta. The rest of the time, it's all about developing, building, and that sort of thing. The other thing, the final thing before we get to some mailbag questions, Kevin, is I feel like the Dolphins are very schizophrenic, but I do feel like, again, the Saints have this, I don't want to call it potential, but they always have this opportunity where every road game they play, the fans go to the game and are expecting whoever the Saints play to kick the Saints' ass. Carolina expected it. Dolphins fans expected it. Hell, I think Tennessee fans are like, hey, we might get a win today. Like when you play the Saints in your own stadium, you expect to beat the Saints because it says something really terrible about you if you don't beat the Saints. With that said, it always gives the Saints the chance to get out in front early in the game, which they have not done except for against Carolina, and turn the home crowd against the home team. The Dolphins fired their general manager. Their coach is on a very, very, very hot seat. Do you think there is potential for Dolphins fans to turn quick against the Dolphins? And I'm not talking about if the Saints get up 17-3, or of course, then they'll start to turn. But I'm talking about it's middle of the second quarter or end of the first quarter, and it's 10-7 Saints or 10-3 or whatever, and Dolphin fans are pissed and they're booing them already. Is that on the table, you think?
I can't see a fan base being bent out of shape. Like it would only work if the 10-7 or 7-3 was, let's say, the Dolphins kicker missed a couple of field goals, or let's say that the Dolphins coach decides to punt on a 4th and 1, and it's question, and like they're giving away pretty good field position as a result. And then, by the time the end of the first quarter hits, or maybe midway through the second, you've seen enough bad things happen, or enough cowardly decisions, I'm doing air quotes, enough cowardly decisions made that the fan base would suddenly be like, oh, well, to hell with this. So 10-7 by itself on paper, no. 10-7 with misses or just safe calls from the coaching staff, yeah, I could see the fan base getting antsy like that. Yeah.
Dave, final question before we get to the mailbag. This is a serious football question. That's why I'm asking you about it.
I'm sure. Right.
I don't know how successful a head coach you have to be allowed to wear capri pants, but I know Mike McDaniel does not reach that threshold.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you did ask the right guy for this question. I've noticed as a guy, they're not capri pants, they're joggers. I think he wears joggers. I don't think they're capris.
Okay, the joggers.
From what I've seen, they're joggers, and they're closed. They've got the spandex at the bottom, so they come tight, but they come down around the ankles. And look, I'm a fan of joggers. I'll wear a pair of joggers in the nice, 60-degree weather if I'm playing golf, that kind of stuff. Lightweight hoodie. So I'm down with it. They're comfortable. I can respect that, but at the same time, it's out of the box. It's out of the box for a head coach. And so if you're going to be out of the box, if you're going to try and be a trendsetter, if you're going to try and change what America thinks a head coach should look like, yeah, you got to win. You got to be winning, and he's not pulling that off yet. So he hasn't earned that right. He hasn't earned the right to start changing what head coaches should be wearing.
Kevin, should Kellen Moore change up his weekly coach's attire to try to get
Kellen Moore would never. Kellen Moore would never.
Yes. That's why he should do it. That's why he should show up.
He would look ridiculous in joggers.
And that's why he should show up on Sunday in board shorts.
Oh my God, board shorts.
Khaki board shorts.
Jesus, he's just ready to go for a swim in case it comes up.
I feel like that does fit his personality, though, Kevin. Like, I really do. Like, that's a good choice by you. Like, you don't want him going full suit like Tom Landry or something, or you don't want him going like he would look.
The suit would be funny too, but not in Miami.
Yeah, like maybe sweater vest.
Not in Miami.
No.
Yeah, something from like the 50s. Oh, like, something from, Beaver Cleaver or whatever. Oh, shucks, Mrs. Benson.
What about a Saints? What about a Saints themed Hawaiian shirt?
What about a Saints Speedo? How about that? You want to really go off the reservation? Let's go Saints Speedo.
Saints themed Hawaiian shirt. Saints themed Hawaiian shirt and board shorts for Miami. There we go. We'll save the sweater vest. We'll save the sweater vest for the trip to Tennessee.
The Hawaiian shirt, that's kitschy, and like Kellen Moore is the epitome of kitschy. So like that fits right in. The Hawaiian shirt, that seems like something he would wear serious. That's in his closet already. So no, I don't buy that. No, that's not flying with me. That's nowhere near off the reservation.
Yeah, I like. The thing is, a Speedo, Kevin, as long as it's official league merchandise, I think it would be okay. Like you just that's why they can't wear suits anymore.
Whatever Fanatics
you can't
offers.
Get a tailored suit. Reebok isn't making a tailored suit.
Wait, did you say Reebok or Reebok?
Reebok or Nike, whoever the league sponsor are. Like you gotta wear league sponsored. Whoever the league sponsor is, you got to wear their apparel on the sideline. That's why coaches can't wear suits anymore. Because like Nike and Reebok, Adidas, they don't make suits. But I like the Hawaiian shirt and the board shorts. Kellen Moore, man, you got like brother, you got to mix it up. You're 2-9. That's all I'm saying. You got to mix it up. All right, Thomas, let's get to mailbag. What you got for us?
All right, Thanksgiving themed mailbag. First question ever, I think, from our newest Saints Happy Hour patron Discord member, JP. He asks, which Thanksgiving dish is most likely to cause my gout to flare up?
I'm not a doctor, but the cranberry in the can is disgusting. Stay away from it.
No experience with gout?
No, I don't have experience with gout. Kevin, what would you?
Gout is like If you're
I'm actually checking what causes gout.
I feel like salt is not good. So I think I think maybe you should just have a salad.
Hot dogs.
And stay away from most Thanksgiving things. I think is probably would
just
be the
don't
best
eat
idea.
anything Dave does.
Well, no. So what you want to do?
Yes, for sure.
You want to avoid. You want to avoid.
Avoid that.
You want to avoid red meat, organ meat. You want to avoid processed foods. You want to avoid
turkey.
You want to avoid alcoholic beverages. You want to avoid certain vegetables like asparagus and spinach. And you want to avoid yeast.
God, wait a minute. Do I have gout?
Basically, is that what we're doing?
I have gout. It sounds like everything that I eat, and only everything that I eat.
Oh my God.
What is gout?
It's like a foot thing.
What is gout? Yeah.
It's a foot fetish?
I mean, it can be in your foot. It can be in your fingers. And
your toes hurt.
Your knee joints.
Your toes hurt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like you, brother. You just gotta skip Thanksgiving. I'm just saying.
Hey, the dogs
there
get a run
you
in.
go. The dog cameo.
What's next, Thomas? What's next, Thomas?
Raw's not amused. Raw's like, what's next?
I like the dog. Like, I feel like that's like a designer
Dave,
dog. Like
Raw
me
just
and Kevin
ignore
are
your
like
dog.
go to the pound and get it like a rescue dog. Dave's got like a designer dog.
Yeah,
Raw's definitely
another dog
person.
died because we got this dog for sure. And I had nothing to do with it. Thanks. You can blame my family.
Jesus.
They killed a dog. My family killed the dog.
All right. What's next, Thomas? It is an adorable dog, Dave. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, of course. You pay for what you get.
Next question from Oppenheimer, the Tulane hater. He asks, being from the South, do you prepare traditional Thanksgiving desserts like pumpkin pie or more Southern traditional desserts?
Dave,
is pumpkin pie not Southern?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Kevin,
oyster dressing is definitely a New Orleans thing. Like they don't have that in New York on Long Island. I guarantee you that
they do not.
Or any sort of
what is like a New York? What is like in New York side? They don't have in New Orleans.
I guess. Yeah, I think that's what he's asked. I think that's what Oppenheimer's asked. But I think
sweet potato pie is a Southern thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we just do the basic traditional stuff, just turkey, stuffing, green beans, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes.
Yeah, but he's asking about desserts.
Oh, it's just desserts. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm a bog standard. I am a bog standard. Give me apple pie and vanilla ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, apple pie a la mode. Is the apple pie warm? It's got to be warm.
Yeah. Anybody not eat warm apple pie, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm with there's not much that's going to beat that. My God.
I'll tell you, like they have the icebox lemon pie, right? That's kind of like a northern thing. I'll tell you what's a super southern thing, and if you haven't had it, it's amazing. It can you gain weight just looking at it though. It's called the $1 million pie. I don't know if you've ever had that, Dave. It sounds right up here. It's sweetened condensed milk, Cool Whip, crushed pineapple, chopped pecan, shredded coconut, maraschino cherries. Is that how you say that? Cream cheese and lemon juice, and it is freaking amazing.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
I have never had that. Now I definitely want to try that. Who makes that? How do I get my hands on that?
I mean,
the
it's
angels
easy to
of
make.
the Lord. I'm looking at pictures of this thing. It looks tremendous.
It's incredible.
Is that an African American thing?
Yeah. They have another thing that my mom made. It's not like I don't know that it's
Is Miss Brenda gonna have that? Like, can I just ask Miss Brenda to bring some to work on Friday, or like
I don't know.
Is that a traditional thing?
Pumpkin cheesecake kind of thing that my mom made. It was a Jello recipe. It's basically you take the pumpkin filling, you take the pumpkin filling, and you mix that with like vanilla pudding, but like not enough milk to make the pudding. You mix that with the pumpkin filling, and you put it in a pie crust, and then you take cream cheese and whipped cream, and you basically make a cheesecake. And you put the pumpkin filling over the cheesecake. You put it in the refrigerator the night before, and it's freaking amazing. It's amazing.
Whoa. This is news to me. This is real, like real pumpkin filling, like pumpkin guts. Like, is that what you're talking about?
No, like the can you buy at the store. It's like pumpkin. It's like pumpkin pie filling, right?
Yeah. No, I know. It's like
so it's basically you're just making a cheesecake and you're just doctoring up the pumpkin pie filling and you're throwing that on top. Right. The thing is, if you do it, you got to get the consistency of the pumpkin filling right, because if you put too much milk, it's too runny and it falls apart. It's very delicate. Very delicate process.
I got to, you know what? I got to admit, the last few years we have we do a buffet style meal for Thanksgiving at Messina's on the runway at the Lakefront Airport, and so I have their menu right here. I'm going to read off what I'm going to have available to me tomorrow. They have a full seafood bar that's got smoked salmon, boiled jumbo shrimp, remoulade sauce, marinated crab claws. They're going to have carving stations that include southern fried turkey with au jus, smoked sirloin tri-tip, blue crab stuffed gulfish, and then other buffet items. You're going to have traditional stuffed bell peppers, southern collard greens, which those are my favorite, macaroni and cheese baked, maple candied yams, cornbread dressing, New Orleans style oyster dressing, smoked green beans, traditional homemade cranberry sauce. You've got a salad bar. You're going to have a crawfish bisque and a chicken andouille gumbo
I feel like it's too much. I feel like I wouldn't get my money's worth.
No.
I don't know that I'm capable of eating all of it. Much.
Oh, I eat all of it. No, I eat all. Don't forget that it's Green Wednesday.
It's Green Wednesday. Thomas, so we have any more questions, or is that it?
That was it.
That was it. Thank you, guys. This was I gotta say, the preview, Dave. These preview / mailbag. Sometimes it's hard because we don't. I feel like the flavor of it can be difficult because I want it to be 80, Kevin, like 80% ridiculousness, but like 20% like serious football. I feel like tonight, like the seasoning, the balance was just right. Like it was like 75-80% ridiculousness and like 20% like real football. I feel like we got the recipe just right on this one. Tell us in the comments if you like us. Tell people if you're watching on YouTube, tell us in the comments. So everybody, thanks for joining us. Whenever you watch this, I hope you had a safe and happy holiday week, and your travels back and forth are back. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Thomas. Best producer on earth. And you guys are the best. Until next time, the bar is closed.
As Kevin goes to masturbate.